A lot of people were criticizing it, saying that Frank Herbert kind of exploited Arab Middle Eastern culture. Even the notion of jihad is in there.
Sure.
There are a lot of words which are lisan al-ghaib. They're very Arabic.
Of course.
I don't agree with that at all. I hate the notion that we have to flatten literature to only Middle Eastern people can talk about the Middle East. Only Pakistanis can talk about Pakistan. No, I like him being in the 1960s, the white guy from America, thinking, okay, how do I incorporate these people as a world unto themselves? And I think he did a fantastic job with it.
I mean, of course, there is the argument to be made that it is, at some degree, like a fetishization of Arab culture. But again, then we might as well, again, the same argument comes up, white people can only talk about white things, and brown people should only talk about brown things. And that, of course, makes no sense at all. So I agree. I think it's great that actually, even if it is in that sort of, even if you attribute, say, the worst of intentions to him and say that he's purely using it as a prop, I think even with that, better to have some representation than none at all, right?
And even if you take his very cynical view of religion, perhaps, so we see this messianic figure in the form of Paul Atreides, who is kind of like Lawrence of Arabia, coming in, Fremen cultures, and when you see in the first movie images of their planet Caladan, it's an ocean planet. So he cannot relate in any way to the Fremen and how they live on the desert, but he becomes one of them. And so how does he take that on? But also the way in the next movie, which apparently they are making, Dune Messiah, they're going to show that he's a bad Messiah, as in the whole concept of Messiah is a bad thing. But even in this film, when they were talking about the South, they were like, oh, the fundamentalists of the South,
of course,
they're the ones who are the most religious. You need a lot of faith to live there because the conditions are so harsh. But that is true. The people who are possibly the most downtrodden, or the people who have the least, need religion the most. But in what way can that also then be exploited?